and welcome to the news this week, your one-stop source for the latest happenings in the alcohol and hospitality industry. I am Shalini Kumar and I am here with you today with the latest updates on policy and regulatory issues, national and international developments, new launches and more. The news this week is powered by the most trusted trade publication, Spiritz. Before I bring to you detailed news, here are some headlines. Turnover tax for distilleries in Kerala waived. Maharashtra rejects the incentive scheme for wine industry. India-Australia FTA set to roll out. Kerala set to launch Malabar Brandy. Alcohol e-commerce sales to rise. Glenfiddich unveils 21-year-old expression in India. Kerala government's decision to do away with the 5% turnover tax imposed on distilleries in the state got legislative support from the Kerala cabinet when it passed the draft bill pertaining to the same. Kerala General Sales Tax Act Amendment Bill 2022 aims to rewrite the 1963 law by simultaneously increasing liquor sales tax by 4% and Kerala State Beverages Corporation's warehouse commission by 1% with the objective to cover the revenue loss caused by the proposed rollback of the turnover tax or liquor manufactured in Kerala. Maharashtra State Cabinet has disapproved a proposal mooted by the State Industries Department to restart the wine industrial promotion scheme. State cabinet ministers from the BJP had strongly objected to the wine scheme and the proposal was shot down in a cabinet meeting concluded in mid-November 2022, leaving Maharashtra's wine policy in limbo. WIPS is an incentive scheme initiated in the state in 2009 to encourage the wine industry. The scheme was stalled for a while due to the financial crunch in the wake of successive COVID-19 lockdowns from June 2020. More and more high-profile names are getting associated with the controversial and the recently withdrawn Delhi liquor policy. Now, the Telangana legislator and the daughter of Telangana's Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao, K. Kavita, has been named by the Enforcement Directorate in a court filing over its investigation into the now scrapped Delhi liquor policy. While citing statements by the arrested businessman Amit Arora, the agency has claimed that Kavita was an important member of the South Group which paid at least 100 crore rupees in kickbacks to the leaders of Aam Aadmi Party through another arrested businessman Vijay Nair. The free trade agreement between India and Australia will come into force from 29 December. This will help in almost doubling the bilateral commerce to 40-50 million USD in around 5 years. The Prime Minister of Australia welcomed that the Indian government has completed its domestic requirements to enable implementation of the Australia-India Economic Cooperation and Trade Agreement. This trade agreement will deliver new market access opportunities for Australian businesses and consumers from 29 December 2022. Kerala government is likely to launch its new brandy before Onam. The Beverages Corporation MD Yogesh Gupta said that the liquor would be named Malabar Brandy and is expected to be launched by the end of April 2023. The Malabar Brandy would be produced at Malabar Distillery in Chittoor. Corporation has completed procedures including approval and tender formalities for the same. Time for short break. Stay tuned.
OC Glue. Taste the thrill.
Welcome back, and here are the industry updates. Nepalese authorities have decided to permit clubs and discotheques to operate until 4 am in the capital city Kathmandu. As per the new rule, alcoholic beverages retail outlets are allowed to open until 10 pm and restaurants until midnight. Additionally, entertainment businesses like dance bars and lounges and bars are allowed to operate until 2 am. Clubs and discotheques can operate until 4 am. UNESCO has added Serbia's traditional plum brandy, Slivovica, to the United Nations Cultural Heritage List. Recently, UNESCO experts gathered in Morocco to decide on new admissions to the list. Experts said that the social practices and knowledge related to the preparation and use of Slivovica deserve UN recognition as an example of an important cultural tradition. Slivovica has been made by hand in Serbia for hundreds of years over time, becoming part of the national identity. The tradition remains common in rural areas of the Balkan country despite an increase in modern distilleries. According to IWSR Drinks Market Analysis, e-commerce alcohol sales in 16 markets are predicted to grow by more than a third to reach nearly $40 billion by 2026. New data from IWSR revealed that alcohol e-commerce sales are predicted to grow by 34% between 2021 to 2026. This followed value growth of 12% in 2019 and almost 43% growth in 2020. The IWSR noted that rising costs have seen consumers start to turn to trusted brands of strong value propositions in some markets and categories. However, the online channel remains a place to look for rare and unusual brands. A report has said that the value of fine and rare single malt whiskey has risen by 21% in the year to date, with volumes also up 23%, driven by growth in the £100 to £1,000 price bracket. According to the inaugural Noble and Company Whiskey Intelligence Fine and Rare Whiskey Auction Market Report 2022, 31 million products of whiskey transactions took place in the first 9 months of 2022. If the growth trends continue, then volumes could reach 56,000 bottles of single malt scotch by the end of the year at around £42 million of value. Fukuju Brewery has launched the world's first carbon-neutral sake named Fujuku Junmai Eco Zero. The sake, which achieves net zero carbon emissions during the production, features both a shortened brewing process and a paperless label. For the newly released Fukuju Junmai Eco Zero, the team decided on a label-less bottle, opting to print directly on the bottle itself, using only no-lead ink, and has used both conscientious design and packaging to convey the Fujuku brand's deliciousness, quality, as well as eco-friendliness. Indian Hotels Company has introduced Carecations, a series of curated travel itineraries. This will facilitate guests to volunteer and support local communities during their travels. These innovative holiday itineraries and activities are expected to enable direct interaction between guests and the beneficiaries, thereby facilitating to enrich both the parties. Journeys taken under the carecation are expected to directly and positively impact the beneficiaries and will help travelers to take back memories of touching someone's life in an impactful manner. Carecations are available at Select Taj, Selections Vivanta, and Emma Stays and Trails properties. Radisson Hotel Group has launched its new mid-scale brand Park Inn and Suites by Radisson. The group is looking to double its Indian footprint with nearly 150 hotels and resorts to be added by 2025. Park Inn and Suites by Radisson is expected to deliver a warm and heartfelt hospitality experience in a modern yet familiar home-like setting. To facilitate this ambition, the group has entered into a strategic alliance with Rooftop Solutions Private Limited, which operates a domestic chain of 1000 plus properties in 120 plus cities across India under the brand Tribo. Ashwini Kumar Goyala has been promoted by Radisson Hotel Group to the position of Area General Manager. In his new position, Ashwini will function in the twin roles of Area General Manager and General Manager at Radisson Blue Plaza, Delhi Airport. Ashwin has more than 2 decades of experience in the hospitality sector. Prior to joining Radisson Blue Plaza, Delhi Airport, Ashwini worked with IHG where he was Cluster General Manager of Crown Plaza, Jaipur. In that capacity, he was handling 3 properties. In fact, he did play a crucial role in setting up of Crown Plaza, Jaipur. Going on a short break, please stay back.
Long shot, but I got the reach. Pop, lock, now I'm off the leash. Mic drop, I ain't gotta preach. I just do what comes natural.
Sterling Reserve. Come alive.
Welcome back and let's see the new products which are launched in Indian market recently. William Grant & Sons releases its Glenfiddich Grand Reservoir, its 21-year-old expression in India. The remarkable liquid is matured in a combination of American and European oak cask for 21 years and finished for 4 months in bourbon barrels seasoned with Glenfiddich's own Caribbean rum, imbuing the whiskey with extra exotic notes. The Glenfiddich 21-year-old liquid is presented in a classic glass bottle with a pared back logo embossed in gold to allow the warmth of the liquid to shine through. The elegant bottle is then topped with a rum cask band showcasing Grand Reservoir's rum cask finish to the classically Scottish liquid. The new expression will be available at all leading liquor stores in the country. 21-year-old expression will be available in Delhi at 29,755 rupees, Gurgaon at 27,000 rupees, Karnataka at 21,000 rupees and Mumbai at 31,500 rupees. Casa de Spirits Private Limited has launched its first ever range of spirits under the Fentiro brand in Goa. Its initial launch in Goa has its 2 varieties of party shots, Fentiro Dusk and Fentiro Dawn. Fentiro Dusk unleashes the wider side along with the setting of the sun, and Fentiro Dawn is the ideal perfect shot as the first light of the sky. Fentiro Dusk and Fentiro Dawn are available in select outlets and restaurants in Goa. The Macallan has extended its The Red Collection with a new single malt whiskey expression. It is named the Macallan 77 years old and it is the first guest release to be inaugurated into the range since its launch in 2020. This liquid is bottled at 43.2% ABV. The newly launched whiskey's origin traces to 1945 and it can be regarded as one of the oldest bottlings released by the brand. The Macallan, 77 years old, is priced at RRP of 87,000 US dollar per 700 ml bottle and will be available from the Macallan Estate boutique and domestic and travel retail outlets globally. Japanese love sweets and confectioneries, and there are a big number of tempting confectioneries to satisfy one's sweet craving. From daifuku to dorayaki to manju to mochi, the list is endless. During his trip to Japan, Bishan Kumar got a chance to visit two famous confectioneries. Let's watch his delightful report from Yamanashi.
I'm happy to bring my next report for my trip to Japan. And Japan is not just Tokyo or Kyoto, it's much more, much beyond what we normally see. This time I was taken to two important confectioneries in Yamanashi Prefecture. These confectioneries are very famous. They make huge varieties of confectioneries and sweets which are very popular in Japan, and some of them are exported to many countries. Japan's love for high-class confectioneries has witnessed many companies turning mega ones. One such amazing enterprise is Chatteries, which started about 70 years back and is now an international brand having its presence in many Asian countries and in the Gulf. I was invited to tour Chatteries factory in Kofu City, and it opened my eyes to a whole new world of breads, cookies, pastries, hundreds of typical Japanese and Western confectioneries. Before entering the premises, I had to wear a head-to-toe suit and had to go through 3 layers of sanitizations. I was really amazed to see their care for hygiene and cleanliness. The Chief Communication Officer of Chatteries, Shijo Nakazima, and Riko Hara of its Public Relations Department took me around the whole setup. Factories of 4 floors, and each floor has a massive setup of different products.
Actually, we are producing the confectionaries, and we produce the confectionaries, we sell it. So we kind of manufacture and the sales stores. That's very unique, in Japan. Most confectionery companies, they sell only, or they produce only. So we do both. And we have over 700 stores throughout Japan. And we sell over 400 items.
The highest selling item in Japan is the strawberry shortcake.
Well, we sell our products, we actually export our products to 9 countries in Asia, well, including the UAE. We only have 2 factories in Asia, in Indonesia and Vietnam, where they produces some local sweets there. We know that India is very big potential, and we are very keen on going into that market. That now we are preparing, researching, and still discussing at what stage in the future we will be launching our first stores in the market.
It was a chilly early morning, but that was no reason for people to stay indoors, as the massive temptation of bagging their favorite confectioneries coming out fresh from the factory is much too powerful. You should head to Kikuyo Shinjin Mochi factory in Yamanashi Prefecture if you want to witness the big love for confectioneries. The factory is known for its flagship brand called Shingen Mochi, which is one of the most famous sweets in Yamanashi Prefecture. Mochi, which is soft and bite-sized, is eaten with plenty of kinaku, which is soybean flour, and kurumitsu, brown sugar syrup, served separately. Today I am at Toya Company Limited in Yamanashi, and I am with Mr. Hiroaki Sahara. He is production charge of Yamanashi's most famous confectionery company. They make the product which is called Kikoa Shingen Mochi, Shingen Mochi, which is most popular here. And as you've seen in video earlier, the people line up early in the morning to buy this product. Everybody in Japan knows about this product, and this factory is sparkling clean, very meticulously planned, and you cannot smell anything except that the good flavors are as if cake is being made. So it was a great experience, and you will watch how this entire the process, how this Shingen Mochi is made here, and hope that Indians, whenever come to Yamanashi, try this Kikoa Shingen Mochi. People line up to watch the making of Shingen Mochi at the factory. Here you can see how 120,000 pieces of Kikoa Shingen Mochi are packed in a day. What makes it unique at this is wrapped in plastic furoshiki, which is still done by hand. One of the features of Kikoa Shingen Mochi is that it is wrapped in plastic furoshiki. Furoshiki are traditional Japanese clothes used to carry belongings and wrap gifts. This furoshiki, which was new at the time of its release, is one of the reasons why Kikoa Shingen Mochi has become widely loved. The wrapping of this furoshiki is not done by a machine, but it's all done by hands by confectioners. They are tied one by one with all their hearts. Kikoa Shingen Mochi, which now has won many awards, is a confectionery that everyone loves. Next time when you are in Japan, do visit one of the confectioneries and get close and personal with what Japanese love the most.
I hope you would love this bulletin packed with diverse stories. Wait for me till next week and watch the new bulletin on Friday morning. Till then, please take good care of yourself and stay safe.